I have to do this. Honestly, I don't really want to, but it's an obligation, to myself and to the world that I live in. And I should probably maybe script this, but I don't want to. I just want to let it flow, so that's what I'm doing. And I might start scripting my videos, but for the time being, I'm right here and I'm talking because there are some things that just need to be said. It seems that humanity doesn't even seem to understand the definition of the word humanity, and it doesn't make any sense because we're here to be human. The definition of humanity is to be humane, compassionate. Yet we have people fighting each other of the same species over things that don't even matter. Because the only thing that matters is that you're good to other people, that you treat others with respect, so long as they're not causing harm. And we have justice systems that aren't serving justice. We have healthcare systems that aren't even caring for health. We have education systems that don't seem to care too much about actually like educating and empowering the youth. We have religious organizations that take people away from God. And we all know that the world needs to be a better place. I know you see just as I do all the injustice and suffering that should not exist. Because humanity needs to learn a lesson. And it's taking us way too long. The lesson is to stand up against suffering. You don't just turn a blind eye to it and let it fester and get worse, because that's what it will do. It'll get worse and worse and worse. And if you see something that needs to be better, don't be afraid to say something about it, because you know what? So long as you're a good person and you have good intentions, you're not hurting anybody, you are allowed to do whatever you want to do. I don't care if you look stupid. If it makes you happy, if it's something you want to do, do it. You owe it to yourself. And honestly, dude, we all owe it to the world we live in to do our part to make it a better place. We exist for a reason. I don't care, it doesn't matter what that reason might be, but we're here and it's not supposed to be meaningless. We don't exist to struggle just to survive. Having basic human needs being treated as luxuries, while there are like 300 billionaires in the world, which I probably shouldn't even go off on a tangent there, but that's a lot of money. Like, it's an unfathomable amount of money. It's modern day 2024. And we have people going hungry while food is being put into landfills on a daily basis. And you know it doesn't make sense. Don't lie to me or yourself, because we're better than that. And I'm done lying to myself, because you know what? Trauma really messes you up. And I know I'm not the only one who has suffered with that. A lot of us have issues that we have to face them in order to heal them, but we have to do that in a constructive way. The only way to overcome things is to express them, and there's no harm in having a conversation. There's no harm in me recording a video and posting it to YouTube in hopes that, we can conspire to commit world peace or something cool like that. I've been using like the words conspire and commit for things that are the opposite of crimes recently because I'm silly and I think it's funny. But I have been holding myself back for far too long. And it's because of lies like insecurity, and I can't do it. I have to force myself. So I'm just talking, okay? I do that sometimes. And like I said, maybe it'd be cool if I script my videos, but I'm just letting it flow right now. I have to do this because I will always hate myself if I don't do it because I want to. Not because I actually want to, but because I feel like I have to. I feel like I'm contradicting myself, but you know what I mean. Like, I am contradicting myself, but you know what I mean. I want this world to be a better place, and no one should have to deal with all the suffering that exists in this world. No one should have to deal with the trauma of things I don't even want to say. And we're better than this. We are better than this. There's no reason for anyone to be going without their basic human needs when we have plenty of resources to go around, and we could even have robots automate the stuff for us. It's 2024, and it's time that humanity gets its shit together because we're better than this. And you already know. You know that fear is evil, is weakness, love is life, is power, and man, there's no reason to hurt anyone else. I can't fathom how weak you have to feel to feel like you need to get your power, sucking it out of somebody else because that just makes you weaker. And we can't allow that to happen to us. We can't allow our justice systems to only enforce justice half the time. Our government to just not serve and protect and, extort us instead. Because the government works for us. We don't work for the government. And they aren't doing their jobs. I have so much that I want to say because it needs to be said, not because I want to say it, because I shouldn't have to, but I want to since it needs to be said. And I'm going to have to start scripting my videos, but I'm just going to keep talking about this. I might repeat myself, but I don't care. I just know that I care actually about making the world a better place. So I don't care if I look silly or anything, because one of the things I want to say is that it doesn't matter if you look silly. It doesn't matter if you look stupid. As long as you have good intentions and you're coming from a good place, that's what's important. Not to say that that excuses accidentally hurting somebody, that's not what I'm saying, obviously. But all the good people need to realize they're better than the weak, evil motherfuckers. And just do whatever you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Do what you feel called to do. No matter what other people think. As long as you're doing something good and you know it's right, just do it. Because you owe it to yourself. And we owe it to the world to make it a better place. And I truly believe that if we would all just follow our passions and do the things that are important to us, everything would be great, man. And we can't ignore our shit and expect it to go away. We have to deal with it. We have to talk about the fact that the governments aren't doing their job half the time. The justice system isn't serving justice half the time. Healthcare workers aren't even caring for the health of their patients half the time. So many people don't even have the medicines that they need because I'm not trying to get off on a tangent on that right now. There are so many things that need to be better, and I know that we all see these things, I can't express how much I hate when someone acts like, what am I going to do? I'm just one person, because guess what? We're all one person. That's all anyone is. And until we start doing our part individually, this world's never going to get better. And I have to do my part, or else how can I expect anyone else to? And, maybe I'm just mad because I shouldn't have to do this, and I don't understand why someone else didn't, do this before, because hopefully I'm going to inspire you to do your part so we can make the world a better place. But all I'm saying is this shouldn't even have to be said, because we all already know these things. The people in power who are the nefarious leaders guilty of the state of the world that we live in, or our societies, should I say, know what they're doing. In the sense that they know they don't know what they're doing, and they're just fucking around with things that shouldn't be fucked around with, or, not doing their job. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, I know, you know. So let's stop pretending that we don't know how things are, because we all have senses, we all perceive reality, and I know that we all see that this world needs to be a better place. So I'm gonna keep babbling on YouTube if I have to. I mean, I have to. My spirit is making me, if nothing else, because it's like I have to force myself to overcome the PTSD now, because it doesn't make sense for me to be camera shy. It doesn't make sense for my mom's freaking voice to be in my head saying shit that isn't true. And the only way I'm gonna fix that is by forcing myself to. And this is just part of my process.